The CP200 is a dedicated long whip, and it's different to many whips on the market in that we intentionally designed it to be fished at longer lengths. So the top 5 is actually telescopic, and that means that you can achieve a much better balanced pole at the longer lengths than if you made it, say, telescopic top 2. So it's not designed as a short whip. The shortest you're really going to fish it is 5 sections, which is just a fraction under 5 meters in length. But the great advantage is, obviously you can fish it at 5 sections to hand. You can add sections if you want to fish further out or fish with a longer length to start with. And the 3 extensions take the whip up to 9 meters. And the whole concept of the whip is that we want it to be very manageable and easy to use at its longest 9 meter length, and that's definitely what we've achieved. Because not only is the whip very responsive, it's nice and slim, it's well balanced, it's also extremely strong. And that's so important for modern day long lining, as we call it, fishing with a long whip to hand. So a lot of the time you're putting the whip through a lot of strain. You're perhaps casting bigger floats on rivers like the Wye, or when you're fishing to hand in Ireland. And it really is a joy to use, and it's a whip that's not going to be too tiring when you're fishing all day in a pleasure session or when you're fishing during a match. So let's have a look at the actual top 5 and the top kits. The pole is supplied with a dedicated solid carbon flick tip, and that's spliced in to a section of hollow carbon. So the top section is 80 centimeters in length, and that means you can cut the flick tip back to suit your needs. So if you're fishing finer, smaller hooks, smaller fish, you probably wouldn't cut it back at all. And I like to carry a selection of different tips for different situations. A good trick is to actually remove the tip section completely and then fit an internal bush on the number 2 section. And this is great when you're using heavier elastics like this. This is a 10 hollow elastic, but I've used even black hydro through it with no problem at all. And I know some of our consultants fishing over in Ireland have fished with power gum through the tip. So that just emphasises how strong the whip is. We sell the top 3 sections separately, and we also sell the top 5s. And all the specs and pricing is available to see on our website. I really do recommend that you check the whip out. It's an absolutely wonderful product, and one that's become more and more applicable to modern match fishing situations.